No, I'm gonna have to take control here because you're gonna drive like shit. These fucking roads, bro. Ready? Yeah.
Now turn right onto South Street.
This fucking road, dude. Piece of shit. Now take control.
Now turn right onto Spruce Street.
Hello.
Are you busy?
What's up?
Did I wake you? Oh, my bad.
Good, what's up?
Oh, no, it's nothing important. I just wanted to talk to you about work for a second.
Yeah, what you got?
So, Dan and Matt aren't good teachers. Apparently half this week I've been doing wrong shit the entire time, and no one's been telling me about it, so I've now, formed bad habits, and I'm just now being told about all this shit. Certain stuff with, the train sheets and shit like that. Dan's like, don't do this, don't do this, don't do this, and it's like, I've been doing that for, a long time. You know what I mean?
Well, what did he say were bad habits? What did you pick up? Because I feel like you've been doing the train sheets right with me.
Well, for example, you're not supposed to add new hazmats to the sheet. You have to white out the existing hazmat, and then you have to write on top of that.
That's not entirely correct. That is only if so for instance, you were doing it right with me because CLP is no longer the CLP 263, or they're no longer the CLP 264, so that's a different identifier. Same thing with the Green Mountain. When they're coming back, when they're coming back to Rutland, they're no longer the GMRC 263. They then become the GMRC 264. So you've been doing it right. You've just never had to do it.
Yeah, but it would have been nice if Matt told me, so I haven't been, because he's been watching me and he's been helping me do it, but helping me do it wrong. He literally, I'll add new boxes, I'll keep adding new lines over and over and over again, and he's never told me I'm doing it wrong. And then at the end of the day, he's like, oh, you just messed all of this up, and we had to white out so much of the train sheet because I've been doing it wrong, but no one's told me. Or with the times and delays, I've never done the times and delays. I've never updated the weather for the day. I've never done any of that, and no one's ever told me. It'd be nice if I was told, I was doing it wrong. Or, when I ask for help, it shouldn't be like, oh, jeez, he's asking for help. He doesn't know what he's doing. That's the point of teaching. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm asking for help. And Dan's like, you've been here about 3 months. You should know by now.
You've been on third shift. You shouldn't know by now.
And then he's like, doesn't want me to dispatch. I sit there. My only job is do train sheets. So I kind of twiddle my thumbs all day. And then it's hard to get info because he writes it down and stuff, and I know I'm supposed to pay really good attention, which I try. But just give me one quick second here. I gotta quickly run in for this. 1 second. You still there?
I worked with Dave and Brian.
I don't mind Dave as a teacher. I didn't really work with Brian. But because Matt Haley has me sit in the chair, do all of the work, right? And then he'll tell me after I fuck up, but I'd rather be told in the moment I'm fucking up, so I don't consistently fuck up. You know what I mean?
No, I understand.
But then Dan's like, nah. Bryce isn't supposed to dispatch at all. He only does train sheets. So then Dan will do all the things. But then it's he wants me to know everything, but I can't. You know what I mean?
Listen, you're not learning anything just sitting there.
So I don't know. Oh, and then today, like, transfer, I got all ready to do transfer. Ready? I'm all ready to do it. And then he doesn't even let me do it. He's like, nah, I'm doing transfer. I'm like, bruh. And then he has me sit there while he's like, well, you messed up all these things, blah, 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 and Rick's gonna tell you all the things you messed up yesterday and the day before. And all the things I messed up, I asked for help, and Matt's like, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't like how they're training you, because
It's like, I don't know, it's got on my nerves a lot today. Oh, and then Dan gaslighting me so hard to make a fool of myself, basically telling me, well, we're gonna buy this railroad, and there's gonna be no translator stuff, and if you get in trouble, that's on you, and you pay the fine. And I'm like, that's not gonna happen, Dan. And he's like, I don't know, I don't trust this company that they're gonna have it. So I like talked to, I forgot the guy's name, but I talked to like Matt, not the training guy Matt, but the other Matt about it.
Matt Young.
Yeah, as me talk to Matt Young about it. I'm like making a fool of myself, because it's like, well, obviously we're gonna have rules in place, but you know, Dan's making it act like it's gonna be like a free-for-all. Obviously it's not gonna be, it's a company, but I don't know, it's like, dude, you're making me, you know, it's like, they're like, not gaslighting me, but you know what I mean?
I mean, they are gaslighting you, because from what I understand, we can't buy it. CP doesn't want to sell it to us.
And I'm telling him, and then Dan's like, well, when we do buy it, either our wages go down, our healthcare goes down, or we lose the, and he's like, well, we can't do our healthcare anymore because they've already done that so low that I don't think they're going to drop it, so we're going to lose, we're going to lose our IRA match. And I'm like, damn, that's, why would we lose our IRA match? He's like, well, we got to pay for the railroad somehow. And I'm like, dude, there's no way. I know I'm not eligible for it, but like, we should be getting, you know, a raise, if anything, not a decrease.
Yep.
That's stupid. And he's like, well, oh no, I've been working here quite a long time, and that's what they do. They take away your IRA, and then they'll lower your insurance, and then they'll make you work more, and blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, dude, I don't know.
Yeah, the way they handle things is a little fucked up.
And then I like talking to Matt Young about it, and I'm like embarrassing myself, and I know I am, because I see they walk away, and they're kind of talking about how, like, well, obviously we're going to have these rules in place, and blah, blah, obviously we have this solution, and he's just kind of like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It also didn't help that every time I tried to look up something, AI replaced everything I was looking up, so it kind of was like half slop. But it was like in the moment trying to look shit up, and I'm like, well, we have to have emergency things in place, and like in English, because 54% of people there don't speak any English. And then, you know, Dan's like, well, if you get punished, just don't go to Canada. And I'm like, there's no way you're telling me this. Like, this is not a real... You know what I mean?
So, I will say, when I worked for Railterm, one of our railroads was Brownsville, Rio Grande, down in Texas and Mexico. And a lot of the emergency calls we got were in Spanish.
Yeah.
But we were never taught Spanish, so we used Google Translate to at least kind of explain to them, like, hey, we don't speak any Spanish. Yes. This is the train emergency line. Is there an emergency? And a lot of the time they were just calling to pay their tolls by mail, because for some reason the tolls by mail had a similar phone number to ours. Whereas with the Canadian one, I think we'll have an okay time. I mean, worst case scenario. Yep. Again, we're not even getting the railroad, to my knowledge.
Well, they were kind of like, whoa, we can't confirm, but we're getting it, and we have all these lawyers looking at all the stuff right now, and you know, we'll get it in May, and blah blah blah. And I'm like, bruh. And I said, can you just guarantee me that if something happens and there's a translation barrier, and I'm not provided adequate, you know, ability to translate, that I get no fault? Because yesterday Matt was showing me this video how, like, he was showing me the Canada thing where I think, like, whatever the event happened in Canada a few years ago, like 15.
Black McGantic?
Yeah, he was showing me that. And was like, well, dispatchers didn't do their job, so they go to jail. And I'm like, hey, Dan, I know it's not unrelated, but if I don't get a translation thing and I can't understand what they're saying and it's emergency, do I become at fault because I don't have a translation because I'm not allowed to use my phone for that? And he's like, well, It's on you. The company won't take blame. And I'm like, dude, what are you talking about?
So I actually worked for the railroad. I
You told me
actually
that,
worked
yeah.
in dispatch for Lac Megantic. So I think this is more of a scare tactic because if the company does not provide you with the proper training in order for translations, the FRA will fault the company, not you. The company will try and fault you, but it won't matter because the FRA, you can prove that they didn't train you on speaking French.
No, I'm just angry. They're so like, I don't know.
And remember, the first thing you learn in the rules class is the safest course of action is the most important one to take if you don't know what to do. So that means, let's say somebody calls speaking only French, and from what you can gather, one of the crossings is broken.
Yeah.
If you can't figure out what crossing it is, protect every single crossing.
Every crossing. Yeah.
Just do every single crossing. So it's one of those things where just do it to the best of your ability, always doing it the safest way.
Yeah.
So if you have to protect every crossing, sure, people are going to be mad because they have to stop and flag every crossing, but you weren't ever taught French, so.
I don't mean to wake you up, man, but I was so close to crashing out before I left, cause like they weren't like shitting on me, but like I want help to be better, but like they're acting like it's a shame to ask for help. You know what I mean? Like, it irks me so bad.
See, there's a fine line between what I did, where it was, hey, I'm not going to tell you because I know you know it.
Yes. And then I figured it out, yes. But then...
Yeah.
And I swear this happened. I don't know if it's for true, but I swear this happened. I swear. And like right before I left, Dan only wrote 2 names for the BD switcher. I know he did. I know for a fact he did because I checked 4 times. And then I go to the bathroom, come back, and then all of a sudden there's 4 names there. And he's like, oh, you messed up. You didn't write 4 names down. And I'm like, I know for a fact he didn't write 4 names down. Because I copied exactly what he wrote. That could just...
I don't know. Like, I know. Because again, I didn't train with him that long, so...
That could just be me, but I checked multiple times. And then they're like, oh, you messed up. He's like, you gotta do better in train sheets. You're supposed to know by now, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, dude, I want you to, like, train. Like, I want you to, like, tutor me, not like, well, you heard it, you should know, blah, blah, blah. You know what I mean? I don't know.
I understand. That's why I wish you were training with,
I know, I was gonna tell Dan I think I'm better training with Lennon because this is awful. Like me going in and then with Matt doing everything and then struggling and then me not getting answers, but then me going with Dan doing nothing and just listening. And it's like, I understand the tactic, but like,